is now finished. I will attempt to pick this up so you can see it. Good job these things are light. So it is very long, goes all the way down to there. So on me it touches the floor. Hi guys, so I thought I'd do a quick little catch up video because something I got to show is actually going later today, so I thought I'll get it quickly filmed so that I can at least show you it instead of having to do a photo like I did in the yarn video with some of my yarns. But I will re-show you my hand dyed yarn on this video because not a lot of you have watched the dye along with me. Probably didn't realise that I actually showed the finished yarn at the end, which is my bad. So I'll show that as well. But let's start with finished objects. I had to look back on my old video, my last one, to see if I'd actually shown you this because I couldn't remember. So I made this hat first, which is a bit big, so I've made a second version for me and this one's going in the shop. But this was a Marley bird pattern, and it's... God, I'm still working out the right way and wrong way on this. So it's a peaked bowl hat. So I put it on. You can see what I mean. It's a little big for me. I have a tiny head, so straight. I can't work out turning correctly on these things with this camera. It's all crooked to me, but that is not very straight, is it? Is that straighter? No? There we go. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, there we go. We have a bobble hat. As I said, this one's very big on me. So I made a smaller version. I actually made the beak part, the overlap flap thing, cool, smaller as well, but I think I shouldn't have. I think I should have just stuck with making just the hat smaller, because I don't think that looks quite right. I think the little longer actually worked better. I don't know what you guys think, but put it straight, shall we? I cannot do straight on this thing. You can hopefully work out what it is, roughly straightish, but anyway, but that one fits me better because it doesn't come down so far. So I've done less stitches. I kept the row count the same. It's purely just less stitches around, and that fits better for me. Whereas this one was much bigger. But yeah, so I got a little pom-pom. So this one's my one, and I wear this one, and I've worn it out on my evening walks. In the rain yesterday, we went for a walk in a very wet rain, and my hair was bone dry when I got home. This did a fantastic job. I was so hot, I was sweating. And yeah, my hair was bone dry. No rain got through this, so it was fantastic. But yeah, so there's two of them. This one will be in the shop. This is the larger size, and I will make more of this ones to go in the shop, so smaller size. But they were, because I needed a new hat for me. I wanted a little woolly pom-pom hat, because I have a lot of the other hats that I've done over the years, but they're all more thin, slouchy, cool summer hats rather than warm winter hats, if that makes any sense. But I love it. It's soft and it's squidgy, and this is just the Stylecraft turquoise, which I actually have some because I've just bought some more yarn, so I'll show you that in a minute. That has completely ruined my hair now. Never mind, not that it looked good in the first place, did it? But so I've done that, and then I got a phone call yesterday from my mum saying that getting comfy. My brother had got an email from the school for my nephew to say that he needs to wear a bubble hat and a scarf for a school photo on Friday. They emailed him yesterday, which was Wednesday. We're in lockdown. Where's he going to go and buy a hat and a scarf? So I've made him one quickly. So these are really basic. I've just knocked them out quickly, but the hat is actually basically this pattern without the bill, so it's just a bubble hat. Obviously I've done it for his size, so it's a little smaller on me because he's only 10. But otherwise, yeah, he has a little bubble hat. It's looking blue on this camera. I don't know what it's looking like to you guys, but it's actually purple. But then he also has a scarf. Again, it's just a little short one, just really quick and simple. It's just basic double crochet, but it'd do him. It was something, you know, it's short notice. He had to get whatever he can fit, and that's what I've done. So managed to knock these out last night, and this morning I knocked out this entire scarf in an hour and a half, so that wasn't too bad. And the hat took me a couple of hours or so. So he's got that for the photos. Purple is his favourite colour, so I'm really hoping he likes these. I'll find out when my mum brings them over later to test them out and check that they fit. But it do for the photo anyway, no matter what, so that's the important bit, so that he's got the photo for the whatever it is the school's doing, who knows. But so that's the only yarny finished objects, other than hand-dyed yarn, which I'll show you in a minute. Let's do a non-yarn finished object. If you've been watching my videos, you'll notice a video for a clock. This is the Craftiosity kit that I got sent. If you haven't watched the unboxing and the making of this, they are both up on my channel, so do have a look. And there is a discount code to get 20% off your first box of Craftiosity, which I know I've said a lot, but it's the first company to come to me and ask me and give me a code, and so I'm excited and I would like people to use it. But the clock's not too bad. It's fully working. It's what do you call it? Basically, what is this wood? I don't know. Is it MDF? I don't know. But anyway, and it's got wood veneer. These are all wood veneer pieces. Yeah, I just knocked that, didn't I? That's going to knock it off. That's right, it's not telling the exact right time at the moment anyway, because I haven't put any numbers on it. But it's not bad for my first go at wood veneer, I think. I quite enjoyed it, and I actually have enough of these wood veneer pieces left to make at least one, if not two more clocks. And I have the clock bases, so I already have this saw base and the clock pieces from the clock supplies from my shop, so I can actually knock out two more and put them up in the shop. This one my son is claimed. I've gave this one to him to have up in his bedroom because he didn't have one, and this one's got a few little mistakes because I was learning, so it's not something I could sell. But I think it's not too bad for the first time round, is it? It was quite good fun doing. I enjoyed it, and it works. That's all that matters really, isn't it? So that was good fun, and I'm definitely going to do more of that, but the next ones I will cut and measure a lot more carefully so that they actually fit together a bit better, because there is odd little gaps in them. So that's the non-crochet yarn finished objects. So right now, if you remember on my last video, I was working on another pocket shawl. I haven't finished it. And I have got a little more done, because I think I'd only done like 5 or 6 rows when I showed you it last, I think. I have got this much done now. So we're almost halfway. So it's not too bad. I'm really still loving the colour of this, the way it's coming out. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the colours are changing in it. So it has got a nice colour change going through, which I'm really enjoying. And it's been pretty simple to make, because it's just basic V-stitch. So I'll work on that when I can. But I've had to take a break from that. And the scarves I was making for the wrist warmers and the hat that I showed you in the last video, because I got some baby blankets I need to do. I've started on one, I haven't done the other. My sister phoned me last week, someone I think it was, a friend of the family, my mum, my other sister and brothers and that, they know her better than I do, but her daughter, I think it is having a little baby boy next month, I think it is, and they would like some blankets. As per usual, I give cheaper to family and friends, and these ones are much cheaper, and they wanted very quick basic blankets, so that's what I started doing. And then they phoned up after I'd already started and said that maybe they'd like butterflies and a name, which I've said no, they'd have to do a different blanket, they'd have to pay me for a different blanket, because I'd already started this and it's not one that I can suddenly add things to. I have to plan things out to make sure the sizing is correct and how much stitches and things I'm going to use. So this one is just going to stay as the plain one that they asked, which is, I'm just doing basic corner to corner. So we've got this far. This marker here, if you can see, that is actually the halfway point. So I've still got quite a bit to go before I start doing the decreases. It's going to be receiving blanket size, so about 40 by 40, maybe 36 by 36. I'll decide when I get to 36 whether I think I want to go to 40 or whether I think 36 will be big enough for this style of blanket. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's just your basic corner to corner. So in order to, I don't like to put pliques and things onto these because it's not the most stable surface and it can stretch out and warp the blanket. I either like to put the pattern within this, which I did on my Christmas blanket, for those of you who might remember, but that would need to be planned out and charted, which I hadn't done on this, so it can't be done. So that's why it has to be in a separate blanket. The second blanket's going to be in this colour, which I'll show you more in a minute. But I haven't started that one yet. I want to get this one finished, and I haven't decided what pattern. I keep changing my mind what pattern the second blanket is going to be. Okay, so I got a small mini yarn haul, some of which is already used because the baby blanket I had to buy the yarn in because I didn't actually have any blue yarn in. It turned out I hadn't really bought any blue yarn for a long time. So I bought that, and then obviously to get the free postage you have to spend a certain amount, so I bought some more turquoise and the red because I was really enjoying this turquoise colour, and I'm going to make some for the shop. So I'll show you the blanket I'm currently working on is this blue, which is, they're all Style Class Special DK, so DK weight. All 100 grams and 100% premium acrylic with approximately 295 metres, 322 yards. Hopefully you can read that. So this one is shade 1019, Cloud Blue. And it's just a really pretty baby blue. So I got 4 of these because I wasn't sure how many I'd need. So I've got 2 here, and I've already got 2 middle fed up. I'm actually working on the second ball already. So it's already used 1 whole ball on that blanket. So hopefully there'll be enough to finish it, otherwise I'll have to get some more. And then I have already middle fed 2 of these ones up as well, ready to start the next one. But this is for the second blanket, and this is shade 1003 Ashter. I think it's Ashter. I'm not sure, but anyway, hopefully you can read that. Again, Starcraft double crochet, but it's quite a pretty blue. They wanted blue specifically for the boy, so that's what we went with. But I think the colours are quite pretty, and hopefully they will like them. So I will show you the other blanket when I've worked out what I'm going to do with it. Hopefully I'll have this one finished soon. But then yes, as I said, I needed to buy more, so I bought 4 turquoise. But I already used part of 1 ball to finish off one of those hats. I needed more for a pom-pom. So this is shade shade 1068 turquoise. Don't know if that's focusing or not, I can't actually see. Hopefully you can see. So 4 of them, and they will be made into hat and scarf sets. So as I've already got 1 large hat, I'll make a scarf to go with that one first, then I'll make the smaller version of the hat and then make a scarf to go with that if there's enough, which hopefully there will be. But we'll have to wait and see. Just put that back away. And then the other colour I got, 'tis the season, you know, for red and green, and it turned out though I had green yarn, I had no red yarn. So I bought some, and this is, I think it was lipstick, yes, lipstick, so shade 1246 lipstick. And again, I got 4 of them, which is just a nice red, which I quite like, and it will go nicely with the green that I got to do some Christmassy themed stuff with. Not 100% sure what I'm doing yet, but I have some ideas, so probably the next video you'll see some Christmassy themed things. So that was the little yarn haul that I had. So I try not to squash the clock, I keep putting stuff on top of it. Let's not break it when I've just made it, shall we? So if you've already watched my yarn dyeing video, you would have seen these, but if not, I'm going to show you the yarn that I've dyed. 3 lots have already sold, so the 2 turquoise have sold, and one of the wild berries has sold, so I can't show you them. I won't bother putting a picture here. If you want to see those ones, there was pictures in my yarn dyeing video, so just pop along and have a look at that. But if not, I will show you these. Get them into their correct sets a minute. That one, that one, and that one. There we go. Okay, so these are the wild berry. These are on the Blue Face Leicester and nylon. 2 lots, and I think they're really pretty. Let's see the colours. The colours in here are turquoise, green, magenta and violet. So, got hair in it there, sorry. But they've come out really lovely. So yeah, these are up on the shop. They're £15 each. They're in 2 sets because, as you can probably notice, 2 go together, 1 not 2 together. So that though they both are the wild berry, 2 came out closer together. These 2 came out close together, and these 2 came out close together. But together, they look just slightly different. That they became 2 different versions. But they work great together, so you can mix and match. And then this is also wild berry, but this one is on the merino and bamboo. So this one come out quite different. So same colourway, but because it's a different yarn, if you can see, the bamboo obviously didn't dye very well because it's a different process, and so you get a lot more white in this one. And the colours aren't quite as saturated. But it's still so pretty. I've only got one of these ones left. I've already sold one of these ones, so this is a one-off skein. And then these 2 again are the same dye lot. They're the same one. They were literally dyed in the same pot together. But this is the Blue Face Leicester, and this is the merino and bamboo. So this is Blue Face Leicester and nylon, merino and bamboo. And you can see they come out in very different colours. But they were literally dyed together. It is the same dye lot exactly, but they come out quite different, and it's quite interesting to see how the colours come out. And these are just the magenta, violet and a touch of red in them. So this is the Blue Face Leicester. I'm hoping you can see just how saturated the colour is. I'm not sure if you can. And then this one is the merino and bamboo. So they've all come out lovely. Sorry if you've already watched the other video, so you've seen that twice, but it hasn't got a huge amount of views on it, so I thought some of you may not have seen it because you didn't want to watch the actual making, and you might not have realised that the actual yarn was shown at the end, so I thought I'd show it again. But I'm really happy with them. They are up on my shop, which is alicorngifts.co.uk. They're £15 a skein. But yeah, if you want them, grab them where you can. The lady who ordered the wild berry, she's messaged today, she's already playing with it, I've seen photos, she's loving it, and's wanting to buy more already, bless her. She's new to crochet, and I think she's finding just how addictive not only crochet, but pretty yarns are. She has more yarn on the way, not just from me, other places, and I said you're going to enjoy the squishiness, it's just so good. But yeah, everyone knows that making yarn things with yarn, like knitting and crochet, is a completely different hobby than buying yarn, because they're just so squishy and you want to collect them because they're all so pretty. But yeah, so that's about all I've got to show you actually. I think we're pretty much done. I haven't got much to tell you, to be honest. not much going on because, you know, lockdown. We can't really go and do anything. Duncan's over there working. I've been filming this in between any phone calls he might have. And I'm currently having a Buffy marathon. I've been watching a lot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer because I've wanted to watch Angel for ages. I haven't seen it since it first came out on TV. That should tell you how long ago. But I don't have the DVDs and it's very hard to find them, and it doesn't cost a small fortune. But it turns out Sky is currently on them. It's actually Channel 4, so you can get it on 4 on demand. They have the Buffy and the Angels, so I've been binge watching Buffy so I can get up to the point where Angel also starts, and then I can swap and change between watching them. So it's been quite good. It's kind of like a blast of the past. It's been quite good fun. Just remembering how life was back then, a lot less stressful. But yeah, that's about all I've been doing really. I mean, I'm studying as usual. I still haven't had my results from my first TMA back yet, but any day, because they are due today, so fingers crossed it goes well. That's about it. So I will see you all soon. You all take care. Bye.